Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2050 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Well-being. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's sessions. Today, we are commemorating World Cities Day on 31st October, this day, with the theme for 2024, Youth Leading Climate and Local Action for Cities. So cities are projected to house 70% of the world's population by 2050, facing unprecedented challenges in context of climate change. By 2030, an estimated 60% of the people will live in urban areas, with up to 60% of urban dwellers under 18. Despite progress towards sustainable development goals, cities, particularly in the global south, continue to grapple with poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation, necessitating urgent action. So experts emphasize the importance of involving youth in urban decision making to harness their creativity and drive sustainable development. World Cities Day 2024 theme: Youth Climate Change Makers, Young People in Addressing Urban Climate Challenges. The event will highlight the youth proposed innovative ideas and explore ways to transform these into concrete actions. International initiatives like Pact for Life and Declaration on Future Generations seeks to prioritize youth voices in shaping sustainable urban environments. The Summit of the Future was an opportunity to integrate youth perspectives into global policy and ensure the multilateral system responds to younger generations' needs. Proposed actions, including establishing youth councils, integrating youth representatives into local governments, and maintaining ongoing dialogue between youth people and policymakers. These efforts aim to create cities that are not only sustainable and resilient, but also reflective of all inhabitants' diverse voices and needs, both present and future. So the United Nations General Assembly designated 31st October as World Cities Day by its resolution 68 by 239. The day is expected to greatly promote the international community's interest in global urbanization, push forward cooperation among countries in meeting opportunities, addressing challenges of urbanization, and contributing to the sustainable urban development around the world. Urbanization provides the potential for new forms of social inclusion, including greater equality, access to services, and new opportunities and engagement and mobilization that reflects the diversities of cities, countries, and the globe. Yet, too often, this is not the shape of urban development. Inequality and exclusion abound often at rates greater than the national average at the expense of sustainable development that delivers for all. Urban October was launched by the UN Habitat in 2014 to emphasize the world's urban challenges and engage the international community towards the new urban agenda. Sustainable Development Goal 11, which formulates the ambition to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable, underlying the relevance of UN Habitat's mission. Inequalities in cities have grown since 1980. The world's largest cities are often the most unequal, and this year theme is embraced by the action and implementation of the new urban agenda, which is putting the topic of inclusive cities as one of the main pillars for the urban shift. In October 2016, the Habitat 3 conference held in Quito adopted a new framework which will set the world on a course towards sustainable urban development by rethinking how cities are planned, managed, and inhabited. The new urban agenda will set the place and pace on how to deal with the challenges of urbanization in the next 2 decades and is seen as an extension of 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development agreed by 193 member states of the UN in September 2015. Cities should be encouraged to innovate and experiment and also to learn from one another in order to hasten this transition, for instance, through twin town initiatives or city networks. Moreover, the report says it will be necessary to replace a competitive cities governance approach to urban economies with a well-grounded cities approach that serves the interests of all citizens. Until 2009, more people lived in rural than in urban areas. Today, around 55% of the world's population lives in towns and cities, with the level of urbanization projected to reach almost 70% by 2050. Much of the growth in urban populations will take place in Asia and Africa, especially in China, India, and Nigeria, where the fertility rates remain high. Today is also commemorated as Deepavali in India and Singapore and across the world, and celebrated grandly by Hindu diaspora and various other religions. Deepavali or Diwali is celebrated on the 15th lunar day of the month of Kartik in the Hindu calendar. The date changes in reference to the English calendar, but usually fall between mid-October and mid-November. This year it takes place on 31st October. Deepavali marks the victory of good over evil. Although in Hindu traditions there are several variations and legends associated of the day's origin, the celebration and rituals remain similar across the continent and across the globe. In the weeks leading up to Deepavali, the streets of Little India are abuzz with people shopping in the bazaar, eating street delicacies from makeshift food carts, and enjoying Instagram-worthy light motifs on the streets. So let's start with the epic of Ramayana, the most famous mythological epic in Hinduism. It is a story about one of the greatest kings of all time. Rama was the rightful king of Panchala, an ancient kingdom that predominantly covered the Indian subcontinent, but due to family politics, he was exiled for 14 years from his home. He went to live in the forest, and his devoted wife and brother followed him. A lot happened during these 14 years, including the abduction of Sita, Sri Ram's wife. A great war ensured to bring back the queen who was abducted by the evil king Ravana. This war came to be known as the greatest war of all time and symbolized the fight between good and evil. Rama ultimately won the war. By the time the war ended, 14 years of exile had also come to an end. They returned home on a new moon night. The citizens of Ayodhya, capital city of Sri Rama's kingdom, lit up their homes and streets to welcome the king home, hence sparkling the beginning of Deepavali. Deepavali is union of two words. Deep means lamp and Bali means array. So even across the world and especially in Singapore, Little India lights up during the India festive season, literally and figuratively. People from across the city, across the world, visit the local to celebrate or get a limb of festivities. Deepavali is an auspicious Hindu festival. Many rituals and collective prayers are performed on this day. Visit your nearest temple to offer your prayers, or if it's not feasible, pray at your home. On Deepavali, people wear new ethnic clothes and buy gifts, preferably gold and silver. The custom also includes visiting family and friends. Many people also engage in activities which symbolizes prosperity, which is a good omen for the rest of the year on this day. Chinatown in Singapore, Sri Mariamman Temple, the largest Hindu temple in Singapore, is located in Chinatown, where it is grandly celebrated, all major festivals. So the intricate designs on the crowns of Hindu temples depict deities and often represent folklore and mythology. Saris are traditional Indian attire, while mehndi is a temporary henna too applied on the palms and feet, which forms the attire, along with half saris for the unmarried girls. Floral patterns with powdered colors are made at the entrance of house known as rangolis and are decorated with flowers, which are meant to bring good luck to homes. In Tamil, the most language spoken by Tamilians, one wishes Deepavali as Valthukal. So obviously it is a festival of light. The dazzling lights are a reason to step out and enjoy the view. People light their homes as a symbol of the light of their lives that defeats evil and darkness, just like the great war between Lord Rama and Ravana. Indian cuisines are at their best with many corners serving seasonal specialties, especially with sweets, sour, spicy dishes. They can light your insides of slight exaggeration, but it wouldn't hurt to keep the milk handy, all the drool worthy. Is a perfect time to spend time with family and friends, visiting each other and enjoy to the temple together. Festival brings people together. At Diwali or Deepavali, known as the Festival of Lights, lasting over 5 days, is celebrated by millions of Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, and many others worldwide. So when the meaning of Deepavali is the row of lights, lights are symbolic of the festival, and Indians go about with sparklers and fireworks to fuel the inner light that spirituality protects them from darkness. The beauty of Diwali is not just limited to the celebration of just one historical event. Each religion remembers different legends and stories associated and historical events behind it. Hindus honor the return of their religious deities, Goddess Sita and Lord Rama to Ayodhya following an exile of 14 years. The day when Goddess Mother Durga destroyed the demon Mahishasura is also celebrated. The Festival of Lights also honor the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu in the form of Sri Ramchandra, Sri Rama. Sikhs also celebrate the release of their sixth Guru, Hargobind Singh, from prison in 1619. Remarkably, the foundation stone of the holiest place for Sikhs, the Golden Temple of Amritsar, was embedded in 1577 on Diwali. For Jains, Lord Mahavira, the founder of their religion, called Jainism, reached the state of nirvana or moksha on the occasion of Diwali. Regardless of the events or religion surrounding it, Diwali brings it with happy tidings and a promise of a better tomorrow. People zealously light lamps in their houses and throw grand feasts to celebrate happiness, good times, and good fortune, along with friends, neighborhood communities, including families. Purity, cleanliness, and brightness are all synonyms with Diwali. The new harvest, a new financial year in the business community also begins on this occasion. Diwali festivities last 5 days. On the first day, people clean their houses and buy kitchen utensils or gold as a sign of good fortune based on their feasibility and affordability. On the second day, colorful decorations and clay lamps are furnished. Day 3, the main day of Diwali, brings families together for Lakshmi Puja, during which they praise the goddess Lakshmi and host grand dinners. The same festivities then continue on the days 4 and 5 with exchange of gifts and welcome families and friends into homes. And the final day with Bhai Dooj is a festival like Raksha Bandhan, is a brother-sisters festival, which is celebrated in similar to Raksha Bandhan. Nagananda, a Sanskrit play, refers to Deepavali when lamps are lit and bride and grooms receive gifts, are mentioned way long back. Portuguese traveler Domingo Paes documents his Diwali experience with the Hindu Vijayanagara Empire, which becomes a travelogue in 16th century. Diwali festivities come to the Met, New York, with a grand performance in 2015. A law allowing only 2 hours for fireworks is passed due to safety concerns in 2018. So Diwali is a festival of lights, mainly celebrated in India and diaspora of Indians across the world and also various countries. It lasts for 5 days and symbolizes spirituality in the form of good versus evil, lights versus darkness, and knowledge versus ignorance. Diwali means a string of lights derived from the Sanskrit word Deepavali. Muslims have been celebrating Diwali for centuries, most prevalently during the Mughal era in the subcontinent. However, this day does not hold any historical or religious significance for Muslims. It's not just legends and lights. Diwali is a celebration of love and having fun with family and friends, exchanging gifts, host delicious dinners, or watch firework displays together. Go all out. Fresh flowers, colorful sand rangolis, and bright clothes shop and display your artistic abilities. The Hindu goddess of prosperity, Goddess Lakshmi, is meant to be appeased and worshipped for her blessings. Ultimately, Diwali stands as a celebration of light taking over darkness, the timeless triumph of good over evil. Diwali is the most important day celebrated by Hindus. Festival, it is equivalent of like Christians, Christmas and Ramzan for Muslims. The government of India had to ban sale of firecrackers and sparklers during Diwali. In recent years, due to an increased incident in accidents and pollution, but it still continues as a tradition, as pollution is not just caused on Diwali day. Every day we see a lot of pollution that comes, and any such restriction should be morally, ethically, and voluntarily invited. You cannot force, because particularly targeting Hindus has become a fashion because of their tolerance and peace, harmony across the world. But this shouldn't be a trend, because this will again create a lot of intolerance in the world, because it is a purely discrimination on the grounds of religion. So that will disturb the intolerant, disturb the tolerance, peace, and harmony, which is not at all invited or recommended, especially when governments are involved. Assorted sweets and special treats are a specialty on the occasion of Diwali. These include delectable gulab jamun, balls and barfi, and so on. Lot of sweets and savories. The festival has increased in popularity even outside India, with annual celebrations taking place in communities in London, Sydney, Toronto, and also across the world. No matter how old we get, we are always going to watch in awe at a good display of fireworks. Diwali lights up the streets with lamps, and this is one night which the stars are not only things lighting up the skies. Laughter, music, and celebrations surround everyone on this joyous occasion. This week-long grand festivity brings with most spectacular entertainment. Diwali is just about positivity, and we are all for it. Love, peace, good food, family, friends, and just letting and good times roll. This is the spirit of Diwali, instilling good feelings and hope for a better tomorrow. Today is also commemorated as Kali Puja in India, which takes place between October and November during the new moon of the Hindu month of Kartik Mas. This year it takes place on October 31st. It's a day dedicated to Kali, the goddess of life, death, and transcendence. As goddess Go, Kali is one of the most fascinating in Hindu tradition. The scriptures described her as a dark woman with four arms, one hand wielding a sword and the other with the head of a slain demon. Kali wears a necklace of skulls. She stands menacingly, with her tongue protruding from her mouth. In some areas, she retains the status of tribal goddess, protecting people and specific regions. To others, she is the mother of universal strength or represents divine fury, regardless of multiple depictions. Kali's many forms indicate her transformative power. Goddess Kali finds a special place in the hearts of Bengalis, Assamese, and Odia in India, and also across the world. Kali Puja is their version of Diwali, traditionally the more pan-Indian festival. While the rest of India celebrates Diwali and Lakshmi Puja, the state of West Bengal does these things differently. You will uncover different rituals, customs, and foods. And unlike the rest of the country, worship puja in West Bengal involves the fierce goddess Kali. So, goddess Kali symbolizes divine energy or Shakti. She destroys evil within the world and outside. The universe owns its redemption to her. Kali, also called Kalika Mata, is the first among 10 indomitable goddesses, or the Dasha Mahavidyas of Hindu tradition. Her name also means time, death, and darkness. If one looks at the status depicting her likeness, it is easy to see why. Kali wears a garland containing the heads of decapitated demons with one foot on Lord Shiva's chest. It's an inspiring, terrifying sight and a story with a great mythological significance. Legends say that two demons, Nishambhu and Shambhu, once roamed the heavens, creating chaos and destruction in the realm of Indra, the king of gods. the demons became powerful, forcing the gods to take refuge in the Himalayas, where they sought guidance from the goddess Durga. To restore the balance, Kali was born out of Durga's forehead, and Kali, goddess, embarked on the quest to destroy the demons. She killed them and made a garland of their heads to wear around her neck. But power and rage overwhelmed Kali. She went on rampage, slaughtering everyone in her path. Lord Shiva decided to intervene, but a rage-fueled Kali stepped out on Shiva unknowingly. She finally realized that she had done what she has done. When you look at the popular depictions of Goddess Kali, artists and sculptures immortalize this event in mythology and traditions. The legend has been around since the dawn of time. The festival not so much, but Kali Puja celebration is gained popularity in the West Bengal as recently as 19th century. In Krishna Chandra or Navdeepa spearheaded the movement along with wealthy landowners. People pay tribute to various Kali temples and shrines. Some embark on long pilgrimages for her. Celebrations each year are grand and only get bigger. Both Sri Goddess Kali Puja and Diwali fall on the same day, while most of the India worships Goddess Lakshmi. On this day, people in Eastern India worship Goddess Kali along with that. So the main prasad, devotional offering during the puja is Bogar Kichori. It is a traditional Bengali dish made with rice, lentils, vegetables, and spices. People can pray to Goddess Kali both at home or inside a temple. Kali Puja at home usually involves chanting and meditation in a designated sacred space. And people also organize gatherings, prayers, mass prayers, and bhajans, inviting friends, family, and community members, and organizing prayers and also feasts. So families in West Bengal pay tribute to the goddess Kali in temples or at home. The puja takes place at night. People offer red hibiscus flowers, the goddess' favorite, rice, sweets, and lentils, followed by feasting next day. Join lakhs and thousands of pilgrims at the magnificent Kali Ghat in Kolkata city. The temple is one of the most important sites of goddess Kali. The food during Kali Puja represents Bengali's diverse population from the iconic Bengali delicacies. The British ruled India in those times from the city of Calcutta, now Calcutta until 1931 when the headquarters shifted to New Delhi. As the Indian proverbial intellectual center, Bengal has produced Nobel laureates, including likes of Rabindranath Tagore, Sir C.V. Raman, Amartya Sen. As India's proverbial intellectual center, Bengal has produced Nobel laureates, including the likes of Rabindranath Tagore, Sir C.V. Raman, Amartya Sen, Mother Teresa, and Sir Ronald Ross, and so many. The Calcutta Football League was born in 1898, is one of the oldest in India, and Calcutta's sprawling Eden Gardens in the world's largest cricket stadium, third largest cricket stadium. Kolkata's Tangra area is India's only Chinese settlement where Hakka Chinese immigrants have lived peacefully since their arrival in the late 18th century, which you can enjoy when you visit for Kali Puja in Kolkata. Kali Puja is a homage to the goddess unlike any other. Goddess Kali is far from ethereal, beautiful, or maternal. In the traditional sense, Goddess Kali demands the world pay attention to its sins and chances for redemption. Today is perfect for experiencing Hindu traditions that go against the grain. Kali Puja in West Bengal provides incomparable insights into the complex layers of Hinduism, one religion, and diverse traditions. West Bengal is known for many other things, and gastronomical joy tops the list. Kali Puja offers a taste of state's legendary cuisine. It is also commemorated as Naraka Chaturdashi and also Diwali. Actually, yesterday and today also is commemorated, and today and tomorrow is also commemorated as Deepavali. So, Naraka Chaturdasi is also celebrated across the India and across the world. It is also known as Choti Diwali, which is the second day on the 5-day long Diwali festival. The festival begins with Dhanteras and ends with Bhai Dooj. It is also known as Kali Chaudas, Roop Chaudas, or Naraka Nivaran Chaturdasi. It is celebrated a day before Lakshmi Puja or Diwali comes a day after Dhanteras or Dhantrayodashi or Dhanvantri Jayanti, which is also a day which commemorates the birth of the god Dhanvantri, who is the god of Ayurveda, which is symbolic of health and wealth, prosperity. People get up earlier and celebrate this day with oil baths, puja, worship, and festivities. Firecrackers are usually lit. Naraka Chaturdasi is a religious festival with deep meaning. According to Hindu literature, Narakasura, a demon, was killed on this day by Krishna, Satyabhama, and Kali, all divine entities according to the beliefs. Krishna, one of the most widely revered and most popular of all Hindu divinities, is worshipped as a supreme god. Satyabhama, the fairy wife of Lord Sri Krishna, also helped kill the demon king with whom this day is associated. Kali, which is Sanskrit, means she who is black or she who is death, is the goddess of time, doomsday, and death. In some regions of India, the day is also allotted to worship of Mahakali or Shakti, as they believe that Narakasura was killed by Kali on this day, hence also referred to as Naraka Chaturdashi. Kali Chaudas is a day to abolish laziness and evil which creates hell in human life on earth. The underlying theme of this simple victory story of good over evil is the importance of cooperation and collaboration for perfect partnership in a relationship. On Naraka Chaturdasi morning, Abhyang Snan, a holy bath, is taken before the sunrise. Application of kajal in the eyes is believed to keep away the nazar of evil eye. Puja is performed with oil, flowers, sandalwood, various food offerings. Dishes are prepared using the rice taken from the fresh harvest available at the time. Prasads, that is meaning favor or grace, are also made using jaggery, sugar, ghee, and rice flakes. Houses are lit with lamps in the evening. In some regions like Goa, paper-made effigies of Narakasura filled with firecrackers are made and they are burnt early in the morning. A bitter berry is crushed under the feet, signifying killing of Narakasura by Krishna. It symbolizes evil and removal of ignorance. On this day, there are few messages many people celebrating send to their family and friends. These include varieties of well wishes of prosperity, happiness, joy, peace, and many also pray for divine guidance towards a happy and healthy life. Naraka Chaturdasi is a reminder that in the end, evil never survives. Naraka Chaturdasi is all about wishing people joy and happiness. So gift your loved one something or even put some sweet dishes to celebrate this day. Pita, which is scrumptious Bengali sweet dish common in India and Bangladesh, prepared primarily during the rice harvesting festivals. There are sweet pancakes, which contains a delicious filling of caramelized coconut. On this day, Hindus get up earlier and usually the men will rub their bodies in perfumed oils before bathing. Afterward, clean clothes were worn and some people wear new ones. A large breakfast is enjoyed with relatives and friends. Even if you are not an Indian, or if you do, you can help celebrate the day with your Indian friends, or you also can celebrate by doing these small sentimental things. As today is a secular day, as it is, representing good over bad and good over evil. This day also marks the triumph of good over evil, so this is a sentiment that is quite universal. Even if you are not Hindu or Indian, wishing well for others on this day is surely going to be appreciated by everyone who celebrates this day religiously, ritualistically. The second day of the fifth day long Deepavali or Diwali festivity is celebrated worldwide. Hindus as Naraka Chaturdasi or Naraka Nivaran Chaturdasi, which is also known as Hell Prevention Day. This day celebrates falls on exact 14th day of Krishna Paksha of Ashwin Mas month. As per the Hindu traditions and legends, evil Narakasur, son of Mother Earth, forcefully ruled several kingdoms. Brought under his reign, his atrocities were growing with each passing day, leaving the weak to his mercy. Narakasur was blessed by Lord Brahma, due to which he could be killed by none but a woman. So when Lord Vishnu incarnated as Lord Krishna, he devised a plan to ensure Narakasur in the battle. Lord Krishna rode the Mount Garuda as Sarthi, while his wife Satyabhama attacked and killed Narakasur, according to one of the legends. The festivity is celebrated nationwide in a varied manner across West Bengal. This day is also known as Kali Chaudas, Kali goddess, which denotes darkness, and Chaudas, which signifies 14th. In some parts of Kolkata, the stay of Durga idols is prolonged until today and then is immersed during the night. Families across Maharashtra, particularly Mumbai and Pune, wake up early before sunrise and begin the day with Abhyanga Snan with Uktan, and it is specially prepared Uktan using Chandan, Ambe Haldi, Multani Mitti, Kus, Rose, Besan, and many more. So, no matter what religion you are from, and no religion at all, it's a very human thing to believe the victory of good over evil. On this day, we remember the sentiment and we wish everyone peace and prosperity. India is known for its rich cultural and religious history, and we can only imagine all the nice smells and colors lighting up many families' homes. On this day, take some time out to celebrate with your Hindu friends or relatives. Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, according to many scholars, with roots and customs dating back than 4,000 years. With around 900 million followers, it is the third largest behind Christianity and Islam. So take time to learn about its fascinating history and beliefs. Today is also commemorated as National Unity Day or Rashtriya Ekta Divas, which is celebrated annually on October 31st to pay tribute to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, an Indian freedom fighter and independent India's first deputy prime minister and home minister. He was instrumental in making a united India from the 565 semi autonomous princely states and British era colonial provinces. For his efforts towards a united India, Sardar Patel's birth anniversary is now celebrated as National Unity Day in the country. People mark the day with activities such as runs for unity. On this day, locals are encouraged to remember the inherent strength and resilience of the nation. The Iron Man of India, also known as Loh Purush, Vallabhbhai Javerbai Patel, was born on October 31st, 1875. He is also popularly known as Sardar Patel and was one of the most known Indian politicians after independence when the British withdrew from deeply divided country under Jawaharlal Nehru's term as Prime Minister. Sardar Patel served as the first Deputy Prime Minister of India. Sardar Patel is most popularly known as the founding father of the Republic of India. This is because he played a significant role in integrating the independent provinces into a unified India just after the partition of India and Pakistan. He also acted as Home Minister during the political integration of India and the Indo Pakistan War of 1947. In 2014, Rashtriya Ekta Divas or National Unity Day was introduced by the Government of India. The official statement of Rashtriya Ekta Divas was provided by the Home Ministry of the country. It cites that the national unity will provide an opportunity to reaffirm the inherent strength and resilience of our nation to withstand the actual potential threats to the unity, integrity, and security of the country. For his efforts towards a united India, Sardar Patel birth anniversary is now celebrated as National Unity Day. This is also known as Rashtriya Ekta Divas. To celebrate the day, the Unifier of India was honored the Statue of Unity, which is actually the world's tallest statue dedicated to Sardar Patel. The statue is approximately 597 feet in height. Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, inaugurated the event on October 31st, 2018. On October 31st, 2019, an event called Run for Unity was also held to spread awareness about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's contribution to Indian history. To commemorate his 144th birth anniversary, thousands of people participated in the run, which began from Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium in Delhi. The most 1 mile run took place at India's Gate C Hexagon, Shah Jahan Road. Today, Rashtriya Ekta Divas is remembered as the unsung efforts of the Iron Man who shaped the country and the ideas of Hindus and Muslims residing in the same country together. The Iron Man wasn't actually interested in politics initially, and it was only after meeting Gandhi in 1917 that he was motivated to quit his job and join the independence struggle and politics. Sardar Patel was the first deputy minister, prime minister, and home minister of India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel advocated Swaraj or self-rule and organized peasants in Gujarat in non-violent civil disobedience against the British. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel worked extensively for the rights of minorities and women and against untouchability and caste discrimination. His wife, Javerba, passed away when he was only 33 years old, but he loved her so much deeply he never remarried. A true visionary, Sardar Patel is credited for the unification of India's post-independence. We all can take inspiration from a leader with a sincere and dedicated vision for his country. Rashtriya Ekta Divas is all about unifying the people of India, but we can all get inspired by Sardar Patel's drive to remove distinctions between us as human beings. In fact, one of the Sardar Patel's most popular quotes mentions, he said, we have to shed mutual bickering, shed the difference of being high or low, and develop the sense of equality and banish untouchability. Like many great readers who believed in nonviolence as a way to stand up against oppressions, Sardar Patel also maintained his notion during the independence struggle and beyond. He believed that nonviolence has to be observed in thought, word, and deed, and the measure of nonviolence is the measure of success that a leader which any person can be inspired by. Today is also commemorated as World Savings Day, also known as World Thrift Day, which is celebrated on October 31st every year. This day highlights the necessity of savings for the future. There are many reasons why one would need to save, including for retirement, education, property purchase, marriage, etc. It is also a good to be prepared for unforeseen circumstances and save even if you have no plans for the money yet. In certain situations, saving has been a lifesaver as it helps to overcome sudden unfortunate situations. It's good to get into the habit of saving early on in life, and although going to college is seen as a huge debt building exercise, it doesn't have to be that way. A great way to start saving early is to availing scholarships in your early student life. World Savings Day started on October 30, 1924 at the end of First International Thrift Congress in Milan. The day was officially launched by Filippo Ravisa, an Italian professor, called it International Savings Day. The idea was quickly supported by various associations who saw the importance of saving. Though there are accounts of individual countries that observe a day for saving, World Savings Day made the idea more universal, bringing more people on board. Also, some countries needed encouragement due to effects of war. However, of the Second World War, thrifting became more popular than ever. The importance of saving prompted banks to open their doors to more people, especially in developing nations. Non-governmental organizations have also been very pivotal in bringing importance of the savings to the fore. Each year, World Savings Day has a different theme and that encapsulates the spirit of saving. These themes encourage more people to engage in the habit of saving. Likewise, banks and other financial institutions have come up with several schemes that help people to save more and make meaningful investments. On this day, the government and institutions such as schools and media outlets raise awareness to encourage people to save. World Savings Day is also a day that aims to influence children to save. Piggy banks have always been a good idea as it creates a sense of wealth when the children realize how much they save. And let's be honest, even adults also love the idea of piggy banks. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. We thank everyone for joining us in these celebrations, and we wish you all and pray for you all for your health, prosperity, and wealth and well-being. And may Goddess Lakshmi and Goddess Kali and all the gods and goddess may bless us with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth, along with wisdom. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining on this auspicious occasion. And we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been shared in the form of votes before leaving the platform. And also celebrate Diwali in an eco-friendly way. Of course, it doesn't mean that you should not celebrate with crackers and all. Do it consciously, taking care of the environment. Try to minimize the impacts, at the same time celebrate. So see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.